Hello everybody and welcome back to another video where today I am going to be talking about the sudden end to the once loved Fortnite storyline. Now I know what you're thinking right away, well isn't there still a story going on? Technically yes, but it isn't the original Fortnite storyline that Fortnite was built off of. And this storyline I'm talking about was the 7 storyline. This consisted of the 7, you know, the foundation, the origin, the paradigm, the visitor, the scientist, the imagined, the order, all of those people, as well as the imagined order. It had consisted of them and the last reality. So in this video, I'm going to pretty much break down where in the world this storyline went and why we have just absolutely just gone so far away from that story. Now, the truth behind it is a little sad. I do hope you guys enjoy this video and this breakdown of where this story went. If you do, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and also consider using code JustPrime in the Fortnite item shop. Thanks, and it helps a ton. All right, let's get straight into it. So the Fortnite storyline was based off of, well, it started when the meteor crashed into the Fortnite island. Now, this was in season 4 of Fortnite. Obviously, Dusty Divot got hit. Now, we aren't going to talk about the fact that Tilted was supposed to get hit. That could be for another video, but yes, Tilted Towers was supposed to get hit, but last minute they changed it to Dusty Depot, it becoming Dusty Divot, like I said. So that's when the storyline started. Obviously, the visitor showed up then, right? He was in the meteor, and he did his Rocket Love event. That was that. Then we got the cube that showed up, and then fast forward a little bit more to Season X, where all the 7 were there, right? The meteor hit the 0 point, and it sent us to the Chapter 2 island. And then in Chapter 2, the storyline got crazy. You know, at first we had this new faction called the Ego and stuff like that. That didn't last too long, wasn't really a big part of the story. We got to Chapter 2, Season 2, where the agency was shown, right? And the key character is Midas. Remember Midas, that is going to play a key role in this video. Fast forward even more, we get to Chapter 2, Season 6, and this is when it really started to kick into overdrive, when the Foundation was introduced. By now, we already had Agent Jonesy, which is a key character again. I'm going to be saying that a lot. There's a lot of key characters in this storyline, but we already had Agent Jones, and now we got the Foundation and them teaming up to help save the 0 point by protecting it with the Spire. So this works for a while, and then, you know, in Chapter 2, Season 7, we see a mothership show up. It absolutely just blows up the Spire. The 0 point is exposed once again, and it is no good. All right, then now to Chapter 2, Season 8, we realize that this mothership was a part of a huge army. It wasn't just this one mothership filled with aliens. No, it was an entire fleet. These aliens were actually prisoners. These weren't even the bad guys. But we figured out that one of the bad guys was the Cube Queen. And that's not even it. The Cube Queen wasn't even it. She is a small faction of the entirety of the last reality. This was just a small fraction of it, which is crazy to think. You know, the cubes and the Cube Queen, that's not it. And so obviously in Chapter 2, Season 8, we saw lots of the members of the 7 show up to help us escape from her, help us just destroy her. Actually, that is the thing I did want to talk about. A lot of people think, I'm a storyline nerd, by the way. I love the old storyline. I no longer follow the storyline because of the new take that Fortnite's taken, but I do love the old storyline. Actually, the Cube Queen did not die in the Chapter 2, Season 8 event. She just got teleported away. If you look at the event again, you see her rift away. She did not die. Also, technically, the fleet of the last reality was still outside of the Fortnite island as of after the Chapter 2, Season 8 live event. But anyways, now we go to Chapter 3, Season 1, and people wonder why Chapter 3, Season 1 only has 4 seasons. And here is why. It is because that the switch in storyline that they wanted, Donald Mustard resigned, which I'll get into that. One of the saddest moments in Fortnite history right there. I'll get into that, but that is the reason. The storyline is the reason that these year-long chapters were started. So in Chapter 3, Season 1, obviously we got more into the Foundation, obviously being Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which was super cool. And then Chapter 3, Season 2 came along, and we got introduced once again to Paradigm. And we got to even pilot the mech, which was super cool. A new version of the mech, defeating the IO, really setting them back a little bit. And that was that. In Chapter 3, Season 3 is when it all changed. According to Donald Mustard himself, Chapter 3, Season 3 was the last season that he worked on. Hence why the Chapter 3, Season 3 theme was around a celebration. It was around a celebration for what he had created and what has gone on in the storyline, because he knew from there on the story would change a lot. Now, why did Donald Mustard resign? Well, it is a simple reason, is that CEO of Epic Games Tim Sweeney wanted to take a different approach to Fortnite and instead wanted to go the multiverse route, which this means he wanted a lot of game modes, and that would take away money, funding for the events and the story, and it would put it into those game modes like Lego Fortnite, Fortnite Festival, Reload, all of those game modes that we see now. That's the reason why these big events ended and why the storyline did come to a close. Now, in an interview with Donald Mustard, he did say how devastated he was to hear that, and me too, honestly. It was very devastating news to hear how the storyline ended, how it ended like that, just because they want to go a different route. But then, Donald Mustard was out of there. He didn't want anything to do with it. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. These game modes have not been doing well, and I actually got a video coming out within the next month or two on how Fortnite game modes are just not it. They completely failed with the game modes aspect, with it getting barely any players. It just shows that it was a swing and a miss. It was a swing and a miss, but that'll be another video sometime soon. So because of this, and Donald Mustard retiring from Fortnite, they took this storyline in a different approach, and sadly in Chapter 3, Season 4, they just closed the 7 storyline completely. What I mean by this is, if you did play back then, or if you've seen, all of the 7 members pretty much got turned into Chrome, except for Paradigm. She was the one survivor, and actually the Imagine died in a previous event, and I forget what happened to the order, but the Imagine died during the, or at least got sent into the 0 point in the collision event in Chapter 3, Season 2. So that's what happened to the Imagine. I forget what happened to the Order. Obviously, the Paradigm survived it, and then the Visitor, Foundation, and Origin were all consumed by the Chrome. So that's how they went away, and then when we get into Chapter 4, Season 1, we see that Paradigm is also lost somewhere, and she's, she can't help us anymore. Which is crazy how they just ended Paradigm's story like that. It seems like it was ramping up, right? She was going to be the main character. She was going to be the new main character. Jones and Foundation, went away in the 0 point, and I apologize, by the way. I think I said that Foundation was consumed by the Chrome, and that is not true. He went away with Jones in the 0 point during the collision event, so they're gone, and now it looks like Paradigm was going to be the main character, but no, they just get rid of her. They just get rid of her just like that. And I mean, that's quite literally that. Chapter 4 was a completely different story. At the end of Chapter 4, we had this new character, Kato Thorne, which took us back in time with Dr. Sloan and Jones. So these were the last 2 characters, by the way, in the story to still be in. They made it. They made it to Fortnite OG a year after the 7 storyline ended. They're still there. Nope. Because guess what? After Fortnite OG, Sloan's gone. She just went bye-bye. She she stayed in the Fortnite OG or something like that. I don't know. She stayed back there, and Jones went forward, but not Dr. Sloan. So unfortunately, yeah, she's gone. She's gone. And now Jones is an interesting one, right? Because he's still technically in the story. I don't know. I don't keep up with it. So if anyone knows, let me know in the comments. But I believe he's still in it, right? He became Captain Jones for a while in the Marvel season. Now he's back to the Underground Jones or what. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like they're wanting to kill off Jones soon or something like that, from what I'm hearing, which is just super duper sad to hear. Yeah, I mean, every single season now, I went on a rant about this on my stream. I stream here on YouTube pretty much every single day if you do want to check that out. Nowadays, the Fortnite storyline is there's new bad guys every single season. That's not fun. That's not a fun approach. It's nice, and we win every single time. It's nice when we had it, where these bad guys lasted couples of seasons. We were building up to it, right? We were preparing for it, and we'd either win or we'd lose. We wouldn't know. We wouldn't know until that live event came if we won or lost. Now we know every single season we win. Every single season we do win these fights against these new people, right? Like in Chapter 5, Season 1, it was the people against the underground, whoever the bad guys were in the underground. I don't even know. Chapter 5, Season 2, it was the Midas that came back, and Hades and all those people, right? In Chapter 5, Season 3, it was Megalodon who came to the island, and we beat him easily. In Chapter 5, Season 4, it was Doom who came to the island, and we beat him easily. In Chapter 6, Season 1, it was the Shogun in the puppet people, right? Who came to the island, and we beat him easily. Right now, Night Rose is free or whatever. In Chapter 6, Season 2, there's some darkness that they say leading up to the Star Wars season, which I did already make a video on that if you guys do want to check it out. A shameless plug here, I did make a video on that with everything that we know coming forward with the Star Wars season. Yeah, it just shows that nowadays the storyline is it's weird. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. I miss the old storyline where sometimes we'd lose. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the video. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the path that the storyline's taken? I'm not a fan, you know, I'm not a fan. There's been some hints that they're trying to get back into the story more with surveys going out to people saying if they want a bigger live events with more story-based, or they want these smaller narrative events that we've been getting for the past 2 chapters. Me personally love the big story events. I love them so much, and I hope to see a return of them. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.